Take off the gossip, take off the new logic. That if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Cards, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco. First down, here's Mitchell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Niners come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted. Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got it bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. To throw on 2nd and 10, Murray. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And a good welcome for a guy who had some great years as a 49er, Andy Lee, on to kick it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lance. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
1st down, Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Murray going to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Eric Armstead. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going to let this one go deep. Touchdown! Trey McBride. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 49ers nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From his end zone, Wilson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying to...
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
50 cents. Mike, 50 cents.
On play action, it's Murray. Steps away. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Play fake. Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again, Murray. And this one is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. In motion left is Hopkins. On 2nd and 10, Murray letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. From 19 yards away. And the Cards are able to add on to their first half lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
D.D. Westbrook to return from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Big Ace, Big Ace. 57 the mic. 57 the mic. Here we go.
From the 24, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. The slot man in motion right.
50 seconds the mic. 50 seconds the mic. Hey, watch the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Let's go. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Here's Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion left comes Brown.
Switch out. Here. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Eric Armstead able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Trey McBride. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He's got the hook up to McLeod.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
He's going deep for Brown.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw again on second down. Murray. He's going to try and go deep again. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Andy Isabella, 69 yards. And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment for the guys covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run over center with Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On the handoff, Mitchell. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now McCoy. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now Murray. Oh, nice move. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's McCoy.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Deebo Samuel, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
A give here to Mitchell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. On play action, Lance. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Budda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Murray now. And my goodness, another interception. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. One final try now for Lance. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cards, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they lose their 9th game on the year. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. And for Charles Davis and